Hello, everybody. Welcome to
Gotta get movie show.
And today, I got something in my back pocket. Today, we will
Lately review.
re-reviewing The Hateful Eight because number one, we screwed up. I don't know how it happened. In the second time,
We didn't screw up.
Wait, no, we screwed up the first time because something happened. But then the data for the file was corrupted, and I didn't have a backup file. I didn't have a copy. So, it wasn't my fault. Anyway,
Sure.
so let's do it again. So let's start off
Here we go.
The Hateful Eight. So this is a Quentin Tarantino
It's
movie.
the 8th Quentin Tarantino movie. Actually, it says it right at the top of the movie. 8th Quentin Tarantino movie.
Yeah, that was really funny. I was just like, the 8th Quentin Tarantino. Oh, okay, I get it. But this movie takes place somewhere out west, somewhere around the Rockies.
It's a Western. So.
It's a Western.
And it's a little bit after the Civil War.
Maybe about, I'd say, 10 years?
Yeah, maybe.
About maybe like a decade afterwards. So
it's still fresh on people's minds.
Still fresh on people's minds, and they're going to be dropping the N-word a lot.
But there's only one N-word in it in the movie. So, well, actually, no, there are more, but we'll get around to that later.
Yeah. Anyway, so the story is that, well, you start off on this trail. They're
the hangman and his the woman he's gonna hang.
The woman he's gonna hang.
Yeah.
Which I don't like. I can't remember her name. Obviously, there's so many names that you just can't recall them.
Yeah.
I should have written them down. I should have written them down.
It's nothing to do with the movie being good or bad, because
no. It's a great movie. It's just like there's just so many names. Like everyone. The only name I remember was Joe Gage. That's all. Yeah. That's the only person I remember. But anyway, moving on. So anyway, Samuel L. Jackson, who was a retired Union cavalry. Now he's a bounty hunter. And he's trying to turn in these dead bodies, and he can't. And his horse died.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember how he said how his horse died? He just gave up or something.
Oh yeah, he had him for a long time.
Yeah, he just died.
He just gave up.
And so that's where. And then the basis of friendship was this guy was so paranoid. He was just like pointing a gun at him the entire time. I was like, "You're not very friendly, are you?"
Because he knows how much this woman is. Like he knows how much money she is. Because she's a part of a gang. She's part of this really badass gang.
Yeah.
So
she's worth a lot of money.
Yeah, she's killed a lot of people. So
and that's the thing. She's not wanted dead or alive. She's just dead.
No, I will admit, like you said in the last time we did this, they wail on her, and it makes
they hit her over and over. And at first,
it seems like something just like I don't know. But then when you think about
it, you think it's like
she's despicable.
I know. Like at first, you think they're just. I mean, Quentin Tarantino's sexist towards women. He's not.
Oh, she's despicable.
This chick is just.
Samuel Jackson said it best. He's like, "You are no lady.
You are no lady," and that was the truest statement of that whole movie. And she wasn't the lady. But anyway, let's fast forward now. Then along comes one of a sheriff, or says he's going to be the sheriff of the town of Red Rock or Redstone, something like that.
Yeah,
he's the next sheriff, right? Mm-hmm. And they don't believe him. Obviously, they're just like, yeah, right.
Because one, I think his dad was in
his dad was a part of a bandit group.
Yeah, and huge bandit group.
A huge bandit group that banded together after the Civil War, after the Confederacy, surrendered, and they got together, sort of like Jesse James' gang, which I think was a cool reference. They referenced sort of like Jesse James' gang, which is really cool. And so anyway, now the four of them are in a carriage together. And it's not comfortable.
And it's kind of funny because even the hangman, like he knows of Samuel L. Jackson, like he knows of him, and like they even say, "Oh yeah, we shared such and such a drink before," and he doesn't when
that's why he kind of trusts him a little bit more, not to
that and the whole legend because he
has a legend behind him.
He has a whole and he has like this letter written by Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah. That's a fake.
Dude!
It's not spoiled.
That is a spoil!
No, it's not.
Did you know it was a fake until they told you?
No.
Exactly!
You want to do it again?
That's a spoiler. No, we're continuing.
That was a spoiler.
Jeez! You're just off. You know what's cool? This is a spoiler review. The movie's been out long enough.
This is a spoiler review, and we don't feel like doing it twice. So here we go. Anyway, we're just gonna spoil the whole movie. If you haven't seen it, go see it. This is your warning. Is he gone? Okay. So they get to this haberdashery, and that's where they meet another four people.
Yeah.
The Hateful Eight. Hence the name, the Hateful Eight.
Samuel L. Jackson called bullshit off the bat.
It was really weird because I was like, really? You're already suspicious? And it was it made sense once he started explaining the owner of the haberdashery because he knows her personally. He knows her pet peeves. He knows she's racist. towards Mexicans.
And well, dogs, but I love that line.
Yeah.
She never left and then she's racist against Mexicans, and the guy who she left the bar to is a Mexican.
Is a Mexican, so it doesn't make any sense.
It'd be like a KKK member going, "Oh yeah, let's leave it. Let the black guy hang out."
Yeah, let the black guy do it. It just doesn't make any sense.
You know something's up.
You know something's up, and he was like, "No, I'm not calling you a liar. I'm just saying it's just a little strange." And then later down the movie, he goes, "Now I'm calling you a liar."
What after he blows his brains?
After he blows his brains out. This is a very bloody movie, guys.
It's Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah, this is a very gory movie. And there's this one. So anyway, now they're all settled in. This is where things start to slow down a little bit. This is because because there's nothing happening. You know, they're just talking. And there's this one, the hangman, the executioner, or so he says is the executioner. So he starts talking all this like poetry about life and death, and I was just like, dude, shut the fuck up. This is like the 1800s. They don't give a shit.
Oh, you're talking about like the difference between just like criminal, like what's the word
between
civilized
justice and a frontier justice.
Yeah, frontier. He's like civilized justice. We put you in a court. We have the lawyers and whatnot do their thing, and if you're guilty, then I come in, they pay me, hang you. And the other justice, frontier justice, a family kicks the door open, beats you half to death, takes you outside and hangs you right out there. It's like, wow.
Yeah, it's really strange. And then there's also the general, the old Confederate general, who Samuel Jackson All right, this is a spoiler, but we already said this is there's going to be a spoiler warning in the description of this video, so just assume
there's tension between them right off the bat.
Yeah, automatically, because one, he doesn't like black guys, he doesn't like black people. That's one thing. That's one thing off the bat, and then two, he's a Confederate general that was infamous for doing something to this black officer unit that he captured.
He didn't. Well, no, I don't know. He was working. No, they were working together. He was working. No, I think he was working for
the general.
Yeah. I can't remember for sure. No, you're right. He did do something to the capture.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because Samuel Jackson told the whole story. He told the whole story about what happened.
And he didn't give them blankets, and most of them froze to death.
Yeah, and then funny enough, the sheriff knew all about Samuel Jackson, his legend. The general didn't know.
Well, because his legend was so infamous, because he killed so many.
Yeah.
He even said he was like, I only joined the war to kill white people. I joined the war to kill white people. Well, to kill the Confederates, not like people in general, because obviously because him and the hangman, I always forget his name. I know the actor's name because he's been in a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I just can't. Guys, they all have names. I really don't remember.
But them two hit off the bat right off like immediately as soon as
because one, they knew each other off the bat, and two, he was a union supporter, because he actually agreed with what the union was doing. So it was not like when he saw the union uniform, he was like, oh.
Okay, it was Kurt Russell, the role Kurt Russell played.
Pretty much.
So.
Kurt Russell.
And he gives. I'm not gonna lie to you. Samuel Jackson gives one of the most terrifying and most twisted.
The speech.
It comes to a point where it's kind of deceiving too, because it comes to a point like whether they've been there for a little bit now. Samuel Jackson this is when he admits that letter actually fake, and they're not hitting off. But it comes to a point where he's just walking over to the general and he's being
nice to him.
He's like, look, we shared a battlefield. That was years ago, man. Let's just move on. I mean. And he talk and he's like, "Why are you here?" And the general's like, "He was looking for my father, my son."
My son.
Yeah. Well.
And then it was like, "Wait, your son? What was his name?" And then he said his name, and it was just like, "Oh." It was just like, "Yes, yeah, your boy's dead. How do you know?" The day he met me.
Then he put a gun right beside him, like, I want, like, because. And that's the thing. It's kind of this weird, honor to him, because he's like, I'm not gonna shoot an unarmed man. I'm gonna put a gun right here. I'm not even gonna shoot you. I'm not even gonna shoot you while you have the gun right there. I'm gonna shoot you when you. As soon as you have
it in your hand, pointing it at me, I'll shoot you then. And he tells this whole descriptive story. So anyway, this is what his son had a bounty on him. Apparently, no, his son didn't have a bounty.
No, he has a bounty on him. Samuel Jackson has this huge bounty on him because he's killed so many freaking people.
Yeah, it just doesn't make any sense. Why? And what's really funny? They actually said that bounty is still valid, and I was just
it's not that much anymore.
Yeah, because it used to be
it was a huge bounty. Now it's not. Now they just thought, it's easy pickings.
Yeah, so it was just like
it's the racist in them. Like, he's a black guy, easy picking. Oh, maybe not.
Yeah, I was the same. Maybe not. But anyway, he tells this whole descriptive story. Anyway, the general's son tried to hunt him because he was a bounty hunter too. Until he outsmarted him. And he stripped him naked. The only thing he wore was snowshoes. That was it. That was the only thing he had on.
Made him walk for miles.
Made him walk for miles in the cold and the snow.
Yeah.
And at the end of it, he was like, "You know what, son? I mean, you know what, General? Your son, he didn't even beg for his life, didn't beg for food. He knew he was going to die. The only thing he begged for was a blanket. All right, guys, if you're squeamish, leave the video now because I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna describe to you what we saw.
Squeamish right now. It was just so intense.
Yeah, this dude,
the tension was so high.
The tension was high. Well, this is after. Yeah, well, the tension was high even at first.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the story. So anyway, Samuel Jackson said to the general that he unzipped his pants and
he shoved his cock in his son's mouth.
Pretty much.
And he was like, it was war because bloody. It was all blood.
And he was laughing while it was happening.
Laughing while he was doing it.
And then you know what the worst part was? This is what drove that story didn't drive the general over the edge. What drove him over the edge was like, he didn't get that blanket.
Oh, yeah. And at the end of all that, and he said he did other things too.
Yeah.
And after all of that, I never did give him that blanket.
Then he shot the general.
Boom.
That was the first death of the whole. Well, the first death of the Hateful Eight in the whole movie.
That was so.
And after that, that's when the tension was really high.
And it just left me sitting there like, wait, did he actually do that? And it was.
I know that's the thing because he never said I was kidding.
I think he wanted to leave people like that. Like, am I telling the truth? Am I lying?
No, he's not. No, that was the thing. He did not explain it. Like, if he was, well, he said the letter was a lie, so that made me think that was a lie too.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe it was.
Because he was so proud about the letter. So I'm like, okay, if he was that proud about something he faked, I'm pretty sure he did it to get him to react so he could kill him.
Yeah.
So
anyway, what else?
Well,
let's talk about. Well, we kind of talked about the movie. Let's talk about the elements of the movie. The movie itself was great. The acting was superb.
Yeah, it's a Quentin Tarantino movie.
Quentin Tarantino. The acting was
a lot of bloody, especially when they got poisoned.
Oh,
it was just coughing on blood. I mean,
I'm surprised that didn't make me gag. Usually when I see some gory things in movies, I gag. That didn't make me gag for some reason. I was just because it's like, all right, guys, so the coffee tasted like crap the first time, so he made a new batch, and we find out why the coffee tasted bad. We'll tell you that later. And this guy, and it shows you, a guy with a black glove putting, poison in the coffee, and then the carriage driver and the hangman drink it, and they just start like projectile blood vomit, basically. And then he starts beating the shit out of the chick again, and she's because she's laughing at him, right? She's laughing at the torment and misery, so he basically throws up one last thing of blood. Oh God, it was just disgusting.
Oh, it was awful.
Yeah, but anyway, that's what I'm saying. I'm going to also put a squeamish warming. A squeamish not warming.
Warming. Well, this movie is a Quentin Tarantino movie. You should know.
You should know this by now. But, for those of you who've never seen a Quentin Tarantino movie,
look at Kill Bill.
Oh, God. Anyway, there's so much blood in that movie. Dracula went, damn. Anyway, so what about the pacing was, well, you see the pacing was slow, not so fast.
It was a slower movie.
It was very slow.
It was a slower movie, but, it's kind of funny. Both the movies we talk about today actually were slower movies. But.
Yeah, they were really slow. And the next movie we'll be reviewing was slower than this one.
Yeah,
way slower.
At least it picks up speed eventually.
This one picks up speed about after the poisoning. Once the hangman's dead and once the carriage driver's dead, that's when the sheriff teams up with
Samuel Jackson. It's kind of a weird teaming because not too long ago they were at each other's throats.
Yeah. You just got me talking politics.
Oh, you got me.
Yeah, this kid had a gun pointed to his head. He was just like, "Are you gonna shut up now?" Anyway, so they team up and they put all the guys against the wall. They know they're fucked at this point. They kind of the jig is up.
It's crazy because like the whole time through the movie they're going, okay, either one or two of them. They
didn't expect.
No, it was 4 of them, and all of them were on the wall. I was like, oh wow.
Yeah, he was not suspicious. Well, I mean, he explained that the sheriff was going to drink the coffee, so it wasn't him who poisoned it, obviously. So he's pretty much clean.
Yeah, pretty much. That's why he kind of goes, screw you guys. You're gonna let me drink that. Yeah. Why would I team with you guys? You're gonna let me drink it. So obviously it was one of y'all.
Yes. And then, the Mexican dies first because it was just like, now I'm calling you a liar.
Oh, yeah, because he said, I love that one line. Look, Daisy had one clad, like, hardcore policy. No Mexicans and no dogs. A couple years later, she changed the policy. She started letting dogs come in. It's like, well, damn.
Yeah, she was a racist towards Mexicans.
Apparently, she just really didn't like the Mexicans.
She just didn't really like them. Anyway, he blows his brains out. The Mexican's dead, and then that's when the secret guy reveals himself,
freaking Channing Tatum.
Channing Tatum.
He was supposed to be in the movie a lot more, but he's busy doing something else.
He was doing a... Oh, never mind.
He's doing Gambit.
So
he couldn't really be in the movie as much as they wanted him to be, but like his role,
he's the leader
of the gang.
Yeah, he's leader of the gang,
and that's his sister he's trying to set free. So it kind of makes sense.
It makes sense, yeah, exactly. And then I just loved it though when he shot his balls off. He's like, "Oh, my Jackson!"
He shot Samuel Jackson right in
the testes, man. It was bad. And then so he's in pain. The sheriff, he was shot in the leg, I think, because finally, the two guys who were up against the wall, get free, and because the sheriff's distracted by what happened to Samuel, so the two guys get their guns out and shit. So finally, he gets shot in the leg. He is in the balls, and these guys they were shot too. So now everyone's bleeding out.
Yeah, pretty much.
And then these guys know they're gonna die. And then finally, the funniest scene.
Come out! Throw your gun!
Boom!
I bet you got his gun.
I bet he's got a second gun. Toss the other one. I don't have a second one. You better pull one out of your ass.
Oh, you better pull it out of your ass. Told you.
That was funny. And then he comes up with his hands up, looks at his sister, and he goes, "Hey, dummy!" And all of a sudden, boom, blows his brains out. I knew that was gonna. Brain matter just.
He freaking gave up. Took too long.
Yeah, that's the thing. That girl was like, she had her own blood all over her face. She had the hangman's blood all over his face. She had her own brother's brain matter and blood all over her face. God damn. That was just. Oh, this movie is bloody.
Pretty much. And then, eventually they did the whole clue where they, kind of revolution and tell you how all this came about, that Channing Tatum came to the cabin like a long time before.
Yeah, but
he had planned out everything except the sheriff and Samuel Jackson's character being there.
Yeah, because I think that if they weren't there, they would just kill the hangman and just free
they would have did it all. She would have been free.
Yeah, she would have already been free already, but since there was more of them, they couldn't, arouse suspicion, so they had to kind of wait it out. But it was just really funny. And then finally she starts talking, the chick starts talking crap about how there's there's the whole gang's actually in the town.
I knew it was bull, because I was like, dude, otherwise they would have came already.
Yeah, they would have been there.
Like, the moment someone got killed, they would have been rushing in.
Well, yeah, because, if it was just the hangman and the carriage driver, they would have just killed them and freed her. That would have been it. That would have been all that it would have been to take. And you would have they were there for at least over, 2 days. At least. Maybe a day and a half, maybe 2 days.
Yeah, I think it's a day and a half.
So the gang would have already been there by that point. And then they're trying to save their own skins because they all have this bounty on them that's so astronomical for the time that just makes me believe.
They just made it. It's a movie. I kind of just roll with
it. But still, it was kind of like that wasn't a deterioration for me not to like the movie. It just kind of made me go, what? That doesn't make any sense. You're telling me that no one had that much money. Not even the federal government had that much money. Give me a break. But anyway.
Well, it's kind of ironic because I know I read something that sometimes it would put tax like that on it, but you wouldn't actually get that much money.
No, I know that's the thing. That's why
I'm pretty sure it was something like that. They just put it on there to browse people, but then when they got
maybe $2,000, maybe.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's like the lotto.
They did that.
They did.
I'm sure that in their heads, that was the actual title that they put on their bounties, but you wouldn't get it.
Yeah, you would get maybe 3,000.
Yeah, they just said you're getting this big amount.
I'm sure you get paid. But anyway, so they all. So it's as soon as she tells them, there's this whole gang in the town, they automatically call bullshit. There's here's why there can't be any in the town. So they shoot. So the two guys who were with her.
This is a long video.
It's only 18 minutes. It's not that bad. But so anyway, well, we're almost done. So anyway, the two guys, they get do they get bleed? Do they get shot again, or do they get bleed out?
They get shot again.
So they get shot again. Now it's just the chick left, and she tries to kill them by cutting off the hangman's arm because she still has a handcuff tied to him because he was that paranoid. So he just tied a handcuff to his body and her, so that way she could never get out. So she cuts off his arm to get the cuff loose, and then she gets shot, and then the sheriff, he shoots her before she could shoot Samuel Jackson, and then he goes, as my first and my last act as the sheriff of Redstone, yeah, I sends you to death. So they start pulling. I'm surprised they had enough strength to lift her with all the blood they lost. But they were pulling on her, and she was just hanging there. And then all of a sudden she's dead. And then they're sitting there dying. And then he goes, "Hey,
yeah, they're gonna die."
They knew it. And they knew it. And it was like, "Hey, listen, can I see that letter from Lincoln? The fake letter?" And he goes, "Yeah, sure, why not?" So he reads the entire letter, and then he throws it away, and then that's the end of the movie. So, after we just spoiled the crap out of the movie by my fucking... Why did I say that? I don't know what's wrong with me today, guys. My brain is not running on all cogs.
I give this movie an 8.9.
I give it a 9. Give this movie a 9 out of 10.
Good movie.
Good movie. Go see it. It's spoiler warning, so hopefully.
Do your thing.
Do my thing. All right. Thank you guys so much for joining us on
Scouting a Movie Show.
And we will see you in the next one.